Hello, welcome to Living Life with Jerry and Mel. Today I'm going to be changing the oil in this generator. It's a Sportsman brand made by Buffalo Tools, 7,000 surge watts. It's really easy to do, but a lot of people don't do it. Myself, of course, I hadn't had to use the thing much recently. But anyway, go ahead and hit the like button. If you don't like the video, then just unlike it. Subscribe to our channel and you'll see more things like this. But mainly it's going out to my cabin, getting things ready for hunting, that sort of thing. This could come in handy. You never know. So stay tuned. Now the generator I have is a Sportsman made by Buffalo Tools. It's a 7,000 watt and it's pretty simple to change the oil in it. There's a couple of things you have to watch out for, and I'll show you that coming up. First thing you want to do is start this generator up. Now it does have a key, but I don't have a battery. So we'll go back here and I'll just crank it up manually. Turn on the gas, hit the choke. I'm going to let that run for just a few seconds and then I'm going to turn it off. All right, it's a really simple reason for wanting to run it just for a few minutes, and that's just to get the oil kind of warmed up. I don't like it real hot because I don't want to get burned, but that'll just make it flow easier. Okay, the first thing you want to do is locate your drain plug. On this one here, there's a plug right in the back here that takes a 12mm socket to undo. But first, I don't want to undo it until I put something under there to catch this oil. All right, for me, a normal drain pan won't fit under there, so I'm going to try one of these. It's just a 10. We'll give it a shot, you know. Okay, I'm going to take this pan. I'm going to slide it up under there as good as I can. Pull it forward a little bit. Now I noticed on this drain plug, it looks like the oil's going to just shoot straight out onto this the frame for this generator. So I just grabbed a piece of tin foil and I'm going to place that in there to, if it does drain out hard like that, that I'll be able to catch it. All right, let's see here. It kind of bends up like that a little bit. Have me a little lip here to catch it, and hopefully it'll drain right down in there. All right, time to put this 12mm to use. See what happens. All right, that thing was really on there tight, so it's loosened up a little now. I think I can just use my fingers. There it goes. That is some pretty dark looking oil. I was I would say I was way past time for an oil change. So I'm going to let that drain for a little bit and we'll be back in a moment. And one thing that I always try to make a point of doing is use what you got. If you've got a little of something but need more, but use what you got. And so you say I got a high mileage 10W30 I use in the Bronco. Then I just got some regular 1030. So I'm going to put 32 ounces of the regular and then 6 ounces of the high mileage Pennzoil, just because that's what I had and that's what they had at the grocery store. And you know, of course, it's not 32 ounces or 48, it's 38. Isn't that crazy? Okay, must be some metric something there. All right, we're just about drained. Let's get this plug back in there. All right, let's get this cleaned up just a little bit there. Go ahead and get my plug started. It's still got a little bit coming out of there, but I'm not going to wait here all day for 1/10 of an ounce. Okay, now. It don't look that bad, but yeah, it's bad. Needed changing. All right, I'm going to give this just a nice little snug here. I'm not going to have it as tight as it was. One little, there we go. I think that's tight enough. They had it on there so tight. I guess if I see it leaking or whatever, then I would probably give it a little more snug, but you don't want to go too tight. It works best when it's tight enough. What is that? I guess just don't over tighten it. All right, let's open this thing up. I'll take this out. Let me kind of clean it off just a little bit with this clean towel. Put it up there. All right. Okay, I've got a funnel I'm going to use, but of course this is kind of in the way, this starter, so I'm going to have to hold it as I put the oil in. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do, I've got a quart of just regular 10W30 that's going in now. Yeah, this oil looks better than what it just came out of there. No rush to try to get the whole quart in there. You know, this isn't a 10-minute oil change, even though I think you could do it in 10 minutes or so. It's not that much. All right. There we go. All right, what I did is there's a gauge on the back of this oil can. I still call them oil cans. And it's got a 4 and an 8, so I just put it right in the middle at 6 because I need 38 ounces. I put 32 in. Let's knock this out. All right, when you put your 38 ounces into this thing, don't be surprised when it comes right up here. I'm a little bit off level here. I did that on purpose so the oil would drain a little better. But it says in the manual that the 38 ounces will bring it right to the top. So let's put this oil cap back on here and then we'll give it a go. Be sure you take your time with this because this cap is of course plastic and you don't want to strip it. Okay. Wipe all this down. All right, oil is changed. Let me just move some of this stuff out of the way and we'll get it cranked. Well, I'm glad I went ahead and changed the oil. It filled this up. Really, this probably has, holds a quart, 32 ounces. So I'm up here actually above where it would normally read for a quart. So I'm probably at about 34 ounces in this thing. So I was short 4 ounces in that generator. So I'm glad I did it. All right, I'm not seeing any leaks. That's good. Let's go ahead and just for the heck of it. Yeah, the oil is right there. But that's where it's supposed to be. If you look here, the oil, the dipstick goes all the way. So that's crazy. I guess it makes it easy if just pour oil in it till it comes out, you know. Well, all right, there you go. Real quick oil change. It's easy. There's no filter or anything like that on this unit. But it's real important to change your oil, whether you're using it for off-grid living or emergency situations like I am. Honestly, God, years and years ago, I can't even remember how long ago it was, we had a big ice storm and I was out of power for 9 days. And it came back on after about 4 days. We thought, yeah, went to the grocery store, bought some stuff, came back, and within an hour the power went off and everything we had bought was gone. All of the deer meat I had in the freezer was bad. You know, we cooked what we could, but you know, I can't eat 2 or 3 deer in a couple of days. So anyway, it's real important to change your oil. Always maintain your equipment. If you notice there, when I shut this thing down, I turned the gas off because it's best not to have gas in there. So I just let the gas burn out and then I store it in my basement. You know, since that ice storm, I've probably only used it just a few times. The power went off one time when there was a wreck up the road, and but I haven't had to use it like I would have had years and years ago during that big bad ice storm we had. And when you have an ice storm in Georgia, it shuts it down. Just look it up on the internet. Look at Atlanta ice storm. That's the one I'm talking about. It shut everything down. But anyway, hope you find this helpful. If you did, please like the video. Helps our channel. Subscribe, and because I've got a big series of stuff we're doing down at the cabin, getting ready for deer hunting season. So anyway, I hope you did like it. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time on Living Life with Jerry and Mel. Take care. Bye.